Alright folks, I guess I'll do a video on this one because it's going to be easy and probably going to help quite a few people in the DIY category, I guess. This is a Ford Focus. It's got an incredible amount of miles on it. It's got 309,000 miles on it for this pretty bad boy. It's got a bunch of O2 heaters on the Bank 1 sensor one, also this P1000, which this actually came here for evap code, which none of these, if you notice, are an evap code. That's because the shop that sends us a lot of work tends to clear codes for us, and that doesn't really help us, but here we are. So I've already taken this for a road test, and this thing is pretty much flatlined all the time, other than the times that it's high. It's not switching at all. It's not doing any front O2 sensor things. This is a narrowband sensor, not a wideband sensor, or also known as an air-fuel ratio sensor. So right now, I didn't even pull a diagram. You don't need a diagram to diagnose O2 sensors. You need to look at the the sensor harness. See the two colors that are the same, right? In this case it's white. Those are a heater circuit, so I've got those plugged here. I did do a resistance measurement. It's 4 ohms on the heater circuit, if you care. So it's not open circuit and it's not high resistance. I feel like it should be more than 4 ohms, but it doesn't really matter right now. I've got a light bulb sat here. We're gonna go over, we're gonna give her the classic reach around. You're gonna see it light. There you go. And it might not be able to tell on the video, but it's kind of pulsing like it should be, duty cycle wise. I'll put the key back on. I got my scope set up here. Through the poking I've already done, I found out that this one's the one with the power feed. So I'm gonna test my ground right now for the sensor ground, which is this one. So you can see my lights. Nothing happens over here. And then I'll drive the signal high. And all I'm doing is putting that in there. Anyone worried about me cooking the computer, I promise you I've done this hundreds of thousands of times at this point, and it's not going to hurt the computer, especially if I'm using a light bulb. If you just put the straight 12 volts to it, yeah, you might. But I've got resistance in that light bulb, and that's going to be okay. You can see it go negative. So I've done the power and ground. When I first started it for the heater circuit, so we know the heater circuit works. I tested the ground side of the signal circuit. Like the low reference is probably what they call it in the wiring diagram, and then the actual signal wire. So yep, that's how you test a O2 sensor on a Ford Focus. On most cars is pretty much the same thing. Any of these 4-wired narrowband sensors, that's how you want to test it. At least the wiring side of it. You're gonna have to go for a road test and see if it's actually working, if that's the case. But this is flat line most of the time, other than the times it was driven all the way high. So it's got a bad sensor. I'd like to thank you for watching. Have a good day.